Let's take a seat and do what we love, which is yoga, right? Let's settle. Let's settle into ourselves, settle into our breath. Let's take a moment to just be embodied, to realize that we are this soul that is having this experience right now of living in this body. Allow breath to come gently and easily through your nose. Notice all of the doing and the busyness starting to settle, dissipate. There's plenty of time for all of that. Time is abundant. It will all get done. I'd like you to just feel your beautiful and perfect self sitting here at the beginning of this practice. One of the things I hear a lot as a yoga teacher is, I can't do yoga. I'm not blank enough. It's common for people to say, I'm not flexible enough. I'm not young enough. I don't know how to sit still. I'm too large. I'm too nervous, right? All these labels of I can't do something because I'm too or I'm not enough. So I want to focus this practice this morning on just being worthy, the sense of worthiness, of belonging. I am worthy of this experience. Just as I am, I'm worthy. So as you take some deep breaths, we'll start off with the words of my all-time favorite poem by Mary Oliver called Wild Geese. She says, "You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves." I want to say that again. You do not have to be good. You do not have to do yoga well. You don't have to perform or perfect. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You are worthy. Right here, right now. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. So let's enter that space. And we'll start gently today with neck stretches. So take one ear to one shoulder and just kind of nod your head front to back as those cords start to soften. Maybe reach the fingers toward the floor, creating a little drop in the shoulder. And imagine that under the exterior, in the underbelly and under skin, is this soft animal. Gently bring your chin to your chest and switch sides. Start to explore the opposite side of your neck. So imagine just a soft cat laying on warm concrete in the sun, just stretching and enjoying the moment. If you can let your body feel a little bit of that softness and ease. Return your chin to the center and then take gentle big circles of shoulders up and around. Notice if there are any knots of tension in the back, and then just think you can find a little softness back there. The soft animal of your body underneath your skin. The joy of movement. Slowly reach your arms up overhead and see if you can reach with a little softness. So notice the tendency to kind of really want to reach. See if you can just soften those edges a little bit so it just feels gentle and light and maybe a little sparkly in your fingertips. Let's drop one hand to the floor and reach up and over, and we'll just sway from side to side like this. Inhale as you sit tall and exhale as you bend. Whenever we do this, I get an image in my mind of synchronized swimming and just this beautiful splash coming up out of the water, water dripping off the fingertips. Ease, effortless movement. And then returning to center. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a nice little hug here. Let your fingers tenderly dig into the back of your shoulders. Give yourself a loving massage. Letting yourself, like welcoming yourself here. So happy to see you. Drop your chin to your chest, lower your elbows. Let the back of your body rock a little bit, side to side, stretching in the back. And then opening the arms. Remember which one was on top. We'll take a deep breath, extending wide. And then slowly switch, opposite arm on top, same thing. Just give yourself a little massage, kneading into those muscles. You deserve this love and care and time to slow down. You are worthy of some time for you. And gently dropping your chin, lowering the elbows. Just rock side to side again. Back muscles loosening. And then let's release the hands. Bring the soles of your feet together. I'm going to come off of my prop. You're welcome to stay on or off. Make kind of a diamond shape with your legs. And then we're going to hold on to our shin bones and just use this to do a little seated cat and cow. So just using some gentle strength to pull forward and pull back. Noticing if there are any sharp edges, any places that don't feel soft and easy. And just moving more gently through those places. Breath moves right along with the movement of the body, finding its way into deeper spaces. And from a tall spine, let's just wrap, twisting to the right. Using this as just a gentle wringing out. And returning to center, ease yourself, twisting to the left. Tall spine. Looking back, wringing out. And then let's find our way to center, drawing the knees in and coming around into a tabletop position. So put some padding under your knees. We'll be here on our knees for a while, so make sure you're nice and comfy on the knees. And we'll start with cow, deep breath in, keeping it soft. And instead of cat, we're going to go to child's. So inhale, arching the back gently, cow, and exhale, child's pose. So find the perfect position for your knees, maybe a little wider, maybe a little more narrow, where your knees feel this easy glide forward and back. You might find yourself wanting to pause in one of those two positions. You might find a new soft space that wants some exploration. We'll rise up to tabletop position. Slide your right foot back just a little bit so that you can open into a left side plank. So, or right, it doesn't matter which side. You end up on. Fingertips reach way up high, and then make a slow circle around your face. So let's reach the arm back, up, and around. Nice big arm circles. Sometimes our goal is to make this movement as big as possible. Today, my invitation for you is to make this movement as soft as possible, as gentle and slow and easy around the shoulder joint. Take one more nice big circle and we'll scoop this through back to the knees, thread the needle, letting that arm come underneath onto the back of the shoulder and the ear. And here we'll just let the weight of our body and gravity create some opening, some space. Fill up and empty out. And gently pressing back up to tabletop position. Let's go through another round of cow and child. Just reset the spine. Forward and back. You might wiggle your fingers forward a bit more. Give yourself room and space for these moves, these explorations. And then when you're ready, let's reverse to the opposite side of side plank. If this is hard on your wrist, one thing you could do is come up onto a block, fingertips, or a fist to kind of give that wrist a little break. Let's begin arm circles, crossing the face and circling around. And the idea is softness. How gently can we move through the spaces of our body? There's no challenge here. There's no perfection, nothing to improve on or achieve. Just an exploration. One more nice big circle, and then we'll scoop underneath, coming into thread the needle, where gravity does the work. Even let the breath be soft. We're breathing deeply, but try not to go to those hard edges of breath. Go to soft edge. Just noticing expansiveness and softness. And we'll return back to center. So for today's practice, we're going to go a whole class with no vinyasa, no chaturanga. But we are just going to do a little bit of back bending here to prepare our spine. So we're going to go ahead and lower ourselves down onto our bellies and roll the shoulders up onto the back. Take the fingertips out to the sides. Take your feet just a little bit wider. And let's just imagine seaweed underwater, lifting up and lowering down. Moving with your breath. See if you can find this gentle wave up and down the spine. And hands come to the shoulders, lifting again to tabletop. One more round of cow and child's. The spine should be starting to feel a little bit looser, more pliable, more ready. Let's come up to all fours. We'll scoop the right foot forward, come down into a kneeling lunge, and just invite yourself in and out of that pose. So instead of just jumping right in, let's just kind of ease in and out of a lunge. Not quite a big hamstring stretch, not quite a deep lunge, just the movement in and out. And coming forward, let's tuck the back toes and slowly lift the knee, press back into your heel, and we'll rock through the toes. So coming onto the tippy toes and then back to the heels. Just feeling this movement. The soft animal of your body waking up, stretching in the sun. And then we'll pick up that back foot and just gently step it to meet the right and switch. Right toes back, dropping our knee. Let's ease in and out of the side. Not quite full range of motion. Just curious about what shows up here. So how does it feel to be given permission to not have to perform these postures in any specific way, but rather to just give yourself time and permission to explore your own body? Let's come forward. We'll tuck the toes, slow motion, lift the knee, and start to rock forward and back here. And what shows up? For me, the way my brain works is, if something is good, more always has to be better. And in yoga, that's just not true. Less is very often more in yoga. When you're ready, step your back foot to meet your front foot. And then just find two soft footprints. Imagine standing in soft, wet sand. Just let your feet sink into the earth. Fingertips touch elbows, knees stay soft, take ragdoll. You're welcome to sway or just hold still. What do you find here in this forward fold? We'll bring our hands to our shins, lifting halfway. And then a soft lift, arms floating overhead, almost like helium. And then bring your hands to your heart. So beautiful, everybody. Find those soft footprints in the sand. Inhale the arms up. I'm just going to do a standing flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the arms up, deep breath in. Cactus the arms into a back bend. Reach high. And bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that again. A slow, soft flow. Reach high, deep breath in. Oh, sigh as you bow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower. Sweep high, reach up. Cactus the arms into a back bend. Lift high. And bring your hands to your heart. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to use a block now. And I'd like you to turn to the wide edge of your mat and turn all 10 of your toes forward. We're going to start, I won't be mirroring you on this, so it might be a little bit confusing, but I'm going to stay on the same side. So we're going to turn our right toes toward the top of our mat, and we're going to bend our right knee so we are in warrior pose, warrior two pose. And we're going to hold on to this block. If you don't have a block, you can use anything you want that's light, and it's just going to sit there in your hand. Just going to sit that in the top of your hand. All right, and so the back arm is relaxed for right now, and you're just giving all of your attention to this block or this object. And you might find a specific point to look at on the block, or you might take the whole thing in your field of vision. Let the elbow be a little bit soft. Just practicing the focus of a warrior. When you're ready, lift the back arm, palm is down. So you've got one palm up, one palm down. Press into the outer edge of your left or back ankle and see about deepening the lunge just a little bit more. You want to maintain softness with all the strength, softness and strength. Now, holding on to this object, turn the palm down and turn the palm up. I want you to notice something kind of cool and fascinating about your body. Notice that that change is happening below the elbow. The upper arm is not changing. The lower arm, those two bones in the lower arm are crisscrossing over each other to allow that arm to turn down. Kind of cool, right? So turn the palm up and reverse the warrior. Keep your eyes on this focal point in your hand. Lift up through the side body, breathe deeply. And then let's slowly lower the block or the object to the inside of the foot. Gently touch the block and reach the left arm up into side angle pose. Find some places in your body to gather breath. Maybe armpit, ribs, waist, low back. Where can you find new space for breath? Release that top arm. Walk to the center with your block. Go ahead and lower down into wide straddle. And depending on the way your legs feel, you could rest your head on top of your block, or maybe stack your fists, make it a little bit higher. See if you can take some of the weight of your body to this object. Let the exhales feel like you're just dropping in. A little sense of release with every exhale. Lifting up to a flat back, we'll just turn ourselves toward our left foot, the back of our mat, coming into our warrior two stance. Holding our block in our left hand, palm up. Just take a moment to set your drishti, your gaze, your eyes intently but softly focused. Can you feel the difference in looking with sharp focus and then soft focus? And how that affects your whole body, just softening focus. Let's reach the arm behind us, palm down. Press into the back outer ankle, deepen your lunge just a bit. And then grip your block as you pronate or drop the palm down and palm up. And just take a moment to be fascinated with the workings of your body, how this action happens from the elbow down. It's fascinating. Upper arm stays the same. And the next time that palm turns, let's reverse the warrior. Follow your block with your gaze. Soft focus upward. And then we'll release, bringing the block inside the foot. I like the tall side. You can choose your side. Right fingers extend. Imagine your body being between two panes of glass, front and back. So maybe that means your top arm reaches back just a little bit to stack your shoulders. Maybe that means your top hip kind of hugs back into line a bit more. No hard edges, just ease, softness, and new places for breath. Good. Release your hand, come to center. This time you can use your hands on a block or the floor. We're going to turn our toes out and just lunge side to side. You can make this movement large or small. Side to side, moving with breath. And turning back toward the front of our mat, let's drop both of our knees and press back into child's pose. The first time we've really stayed here. So bring a block maybe under your forehead, soften your elbows, and then find a new place for breath. Can you breathe up into the back of your neck and feel breath at the base of your skull? Behind your ears. Your trapezius. Let's return to a tabletop position and tuck our toes. Our first and only downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, pedal your heels. A little more stretch now into the back of the body, the heels, the calves, chest lowering down. A lot of movement before we got here, so your body should be a little receptive or inviting to this posture. Coming forward again onto our knees. Let's return to that side plank. This time, let the leg come up. We'll reach down and find an ankle with the hand, a little bit of a back bend, kneeling, like kneeling dancer. Noticing where you tend to grip and tense. See if you can do a little more softening there. And return to a tabletop. Switching sides, open up into that side plank, float the leg, and then find that easy little grip. So much breath moving through the body. And returning to the center. And once again, we'll lower ourselves down to the ground. This time, arms at our sides, palms down. We'll keep the feet closer together. So we're gonna flow through locust, and we'll start really small at first. We'll just start by lifting and lowering the arms, noticing the muscles we use for that. And then with our breath, we'll start to add our head and our chest lifting and lowering with the arms. And if you like, and if it feels really good to your body, float the feet, lift and lower. Strength and softness. Do that one more time. And glide the hands to the shoulders, press back again, child's pose. Hammock your hips side to side. Just loosen up through that sacrum. Rising again to tabletop position, the right foot steps forward. Now drop down into your deeper kneeling lunge. Just see how that feels. You can bring your hands to the inside of the right foot if you like. Kind of walk that foot out on an angle. You stay on your hands, or you can drop to elbows. What feels good to your hip? Knee up or knee out. Give yourself a really deep, good, juicy stretch here that feels just right. And then let's bring our hands on either side of our foot, kind of squaring off the lunge again, tucking the back toes under. We'll move into twist. So if you'd like, you can place your left hand on a block, come up a little higher, slowly circle that right arm up. Expand and soften. So rather than muscles reaching and tensing, breath just expands and softens the pose. And lower the hands, step the back foot to meet the front foot, and switcheroo. We'll drop the right knee down. Deepening into this hip, hands come inside the foot, maybe turn the toes out on a little bit of an angle. And just find your expression here of lizard pose. Nice. You do not have to be good. You don't have to do this well. Just let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Movement, breath, tenderness. And let's separate the hands on either side of the foot, tucking the back toes. You can place your right hand on a block or the floor, and then slowly reach the left arm, come into a twist. If it feels better to drop that back knee, that's a great twist as well. They both work well, knee or toes. No way to do it wrong unless it's painful, then you know it's wrong. Not wrong as in you're wrong, but wrong for you for today, right? Let's release the fingers. Step the back foot to meet the front foot, a little wider than hips distance apart. Arms come up behind and reach toward each other, maybe interlace, and expand with your breath. Knees can be bent or straight or anywhere in between. Let your brain receive oxygen. Clarity, clear thinking. And releasing hands, press to shins, lift halfway. And then bend your knees and take the slowest ride up the elevator. Arms up, lift, 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 extend. Cactus your arms, find a back bend. Breathe into the front. Let your fingertips touch the back of your head. Press a little further. Just give yourself an assist here in this standing version of back bend. Press through soft feet. Lift through the crown. Take a little more back bend. And release your arms to your sides. Take a moment to stand in mountain pose, shoulders on your back. Good. Let's pick up the right heel and turn that knee out. We'll just take tree pose here for a balance. So rooting down through the left, really tall, bring that foot either below or above the knee. You're welcome to keep a little kickstand. Just find your tree. And then let's recreate what we just did, a little standing back bend. So arms open, fingers to the back of the head, very gently press your chest up and your head back. Might throw your balance off a little bit. The tree swaying in the wind here. Let there be softness. Give yourself permission to fall out and come back. That's part of the process, yeah? You don't have to be good. Yoga Journal is not taking your picture today. Exploration and release. Let softness flow back into your limbs. Feel your soft footprints in wet sand. Crown reaching toward the sky. Breath flowing easily. And we'll switch. Left heel up. Rotate and find the base of your tree. Low, medium, or high. And then we'll open. Just open the front of the body. If you'd like, try the fingertips on the back of the head. Challenge your balance a bit. Heart presses forward. The back of the tree is stable, strong, but also soft. And release. Come back to your soft footprints in the sand. Sparkles in your fingertips. Circulation. Softness. Let's take a deep breath in together. Arms reach high. Sigh as you swan dive, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. And exhale back, tabletop position. One more time, cow and child's. You can stay in child's or you can rock forward and back a few more times, your preference. And then we'll bring ourselves around to a seated position, extending the legs out front. Oh, lovely. Go ahead and clear the flesh out from underneath you. Get right on top of your sitting bones. Pull your toes back towards you. Hands are on the floor on either side. This is Dandasana, staff pose. We're going to create a little lift in the sternum and some strength in the upper back here. So this is a really active posture. See if you can be actively soft. actively gentle. All the muscles are working to hold you here, but is there also a softness? Notice the energy of an upright posture. And then begin to move from your hips, hinging forward over your legs into a forward fold. So you can grab your ankles, your calves, the bottoms of your feet, your big toes. A really nice little tool is if you have a block, you can just bring it there under your head, maybe on top of your legs for a little cradle for your head. And now just exhale and notice the energy here in a forward fold. Forward folds tend to be more soothing, protecting, comforting, surrendering. So notice if there's any tension or holding or forcing, and can you do a little less of that? A little more just receptive, calm, surrendering. Let's release our fold and start to come down onto our backs. Keep your prop nearby, hug your knees to your chest, and let's just go for a nice massage here. So we're gonna roll right to left to see if you can feel your glutes. So your legs are gonna be out away from you a little bit, almost like egg beaters. And you're rolling to one side of the hip and then the other. And then hug your knees a bit more. Bring the massage up across your waistband. You can feel the bony parts of your sacrum on the floor, your hip bones. The massage across that low back. And then squeeze the knees even tighter. See if you can come up and roll across your waist, the bottom of your ribs, where your kidneys are. And then roll to feel your shoulder blades side to side. And the backs of your shoulders. Give the knees a little squeeze in the center. Head comes up to the knees. Pull yourself into the tightest little ball. Exhale all your air out. And then let's plant the feet and we'll lift our hips up onto a block, coming into a supported bridge. Just letting your abdominal muscles relax, arms at your sides. If this feels okay to you, you can extend your legs. If you choose that, you probably want to make sure that block is pretty low under your glutes, under your tailbone, not up in your low back. And just let there be space across your hip flexors. Let the breath be full and soft and expansive. Slowly bend the knees if they are straight, and then let's come up into waterfall. Hips elevated, toes in the air, arms at the sides. You can flex and point your feet and wiggle your toes, but just let everything drain downwards. Reverse. Bend our knees. Let's return the feet to the floor, removing props, and we'll start to make our way into Shavasana. The moment we've prepared for this whole hour, this moment of rest. Let your feet be wide, let your arms be wide, just flop your body parts, maybe bounce your legs. And so there comes this moment when you just exhale and everything settles. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. My friends, take a deep, delicious breath that fills your whole body with light. As you exhale, feel gentle movement of fingers and toes. Feel ease as you stretch and wiggle and roll. When you feel ready, find a seat with your hands in front of your heart. Take a moment in gratitude for yourself, the soft animal of your body. Thank you for taking time to move and explore, acquire. Called your body. May we continue to move through this day doing what we need to do with a layer of gentleness draped over us, a curiosity, and of overall worthiness. Thanks for being here today, friends. Namaste. Hi, my friend. Thanks for taking time for yourself today. If you ever want to practice with me live over Zoom, jump over to my website, denisestruce.as.me, grab a class. They're all free or by donation, or just continue enjoying these videos here.